Hi, my name's Gray, and I'm a Hawktail player. Now, Hawktail players love to tell stories, and all the stories you're going to hear us tell are real. They actually happened, and they're known as non-fiction stories. Now, the story I'm going to tell you today is actually about my grandfather, and it's called My Dog Tahiti. See, my grandfather was born in the year 1919, which means he would be 101 years old if he were still alive today. He grew up without the internet, without cell phones, and without a lot of the things that we enjoy having today. So the world was very different. He was actually in the Navy during World War II, which means he rode around on a big ship and helped to keep the ocean safe. So when I'm telling this story today, I'm actually going to be telling it from first person, which means his perspective. So when you hear me talk, just think of my grandfather. Hi, y'all. My name is Jack Abner, and today I'm going to tell you a story about how I met my dog named Tahiti. Now you see, I was in the Navy, which means I rode around on a big ship in the ocean, keeping it safe. We would stop at all kinds of islands in the Pacific Ocean. Do you guys know where the Pacific Ocean is? Well, it's all the way across the country, right by California, and it goes from places like California all the way to China. Now, we would stop at these little islands and fill up on supplies and other things that we needed. And one day, we stopped at a very particular island called Tahiti. Now, when I got there, it was very normal. We were getting supplies like we normally do when I came across a little brown puppy. Now, she was about this high off the ground. Can you guys reach down to the ground with me and show how tall she was? Yep, perfect. She had a little brown nose, and she always scrunched it up like this, and she always looked like she was smiling. So I decided, since we all get very lonely and we don't get to go home very often, that our ship needed a dog. I looked around to make sure that she didn't have an owner, and then I decided to take her with me. So pick her up with me, and then carry her to the boat. We did everything together. I would give her some of my rations that I had to make sure she wasn't hungry. We would play fetch on the boat, and she went with me everywhere. Everywhere except for my quarters when I was cleaning. When I would be doing that, I would make sure to leave her with my captain, because she was always messy, and she would just mess up the room that I was fixing. So one day, while I was cleaning my quarters, can you guys scrub the deck with me? Take your mop and scrub the deck. Perfect. I left her with the captain. Now while I was cleaning, I felt a giant boom. Can you guys brace yourself with me? Oh man, I heard someone yell, "We're going down!" Our ship had been hit by another boat and we were sinking. Everyone around me was running and being frantic and trying to get up top to the lifeboats. But all I could think about was finding Tahiti. So I ran up the stairs. Run up the stairs with me, guys. And I ran across the deck, right to the steps where I knew the captain's quarters were. So I ran up those stairs and I pushed open the door. Can you guys push open the door with me? And there she was, sitting in the captain's chair, and I could tell that she was scared. So I ran up to Tahiti and I picked her up with me. Now pick her up with me, guys. And we take her and we run back down those stairs and we run across the ship and we get to the lifeboats. Now once we were in the lifeboats, I just held Tahiti, and I felt so glad that we were safe. She stuck with me through the whole rest of the war, and when I was actually out of the Navy, I ended up getting to take her home, and she really was man's best friend. Now what do you guys think the moral of that story was?